Hey guys, welcome back to my backyard. It's been a little while since I've done a video here, but it is the first day of winter, December 2025, and I want to show you what's going on in my whole yard. So I'll do a full walkthrough and show you what's going on. I've got some trees with fruit on it, but overall the winter isn't really the fruiting season here, but except for a couple trees, which I'll show you. So we'll turn this around and let's go. All right, so I'll start here on the side of my yard. This is on the side of my house. And this is my Makok Sapodilla tree. I got this from So Exotic back in February 2021. So coming up on 5 years ago. Man, time goes fast. I got it really small. It grew really slow. I used to have it over in the back. I moved it here, I don't know, a year ago maybe. And haven't got any fruit. Again, it's growing slow, but right now it's actually looking the healthiest it's been. Back over there, it was getting eaten up by Sri Lankan weevils pretty bad. It's coming out with some new growth over here. Still have not got any fruit, but did just put out some flowers. There's some fruit coming out right there, but slow. I don't really need sapodillas right now. I'll show you my other tree, which is doing amazing. But that's my Makok Sapodilla. Then going over here, this is my Honey Kiss Mango. I got this back in January 2023, so I'm coming up on 3 years. I got 4 little tiny fruit. Well, not too tiny, but 4 small fruit last year. It's looking good. Just put out some new growth over here. Hopefully, got some new growth there too. Honey Kiss is supposed to be a heavy producer on a fairly small tree. This is kind of growing out towards the south where the sun is. That big branch coming out. I'm hoping to get some more fruit this coming summer, but overall it's looking pretty good. And then one of my newest trees, little thing. This is a Younghans Gold White Sapote. I got this in October 2024, so just over a year ago. It dropped all its leaves shortly after I got it, but then it put out a bunch of new leaves here. I don't really like the shape. You can see how I tried bending it a little, but it's not really following that. Not really sure how that's going to end up looking once it's kind of a big tree, but nice new leaves came out recently. It's looking okay. So we'll see how that does. And then right next to it, this is my coconut cream mango tree. I got this from Truly Tropical back in July 2023. I got one pretty full-size fruit last year. It's supposed to be not a precocious tree. So they say it could take like 5 years till it like really fruits. So maybe I'll get a couple more this year. It's looking good. Branches are classic coconut cream shape. They tend to grow kind of crazily. So that's how they look. But overall, it's looking pretty healthy. Kind of like how that's looking. Then move over. I'll move back so you can see my whole Alphonso Mango. This is the oldest tree in my yard. Got this back in June 2018. And man, last year I got 180 mangoes. Delicious, amazing mangoes. I did trim off some branches last summer. It's getting kind of big. This is as big as I'd ever want it. I'm gonna make it smaller once some of my other mango trees get a little bigger. And it has put out some flowers just now. You can see up here. It's kind of a weird season for these flowers. I think a lot of mango trees have flowered early. Seen some around town that are completely full of flowers. This one just has a few branches with some flowers on it. I think later, some up there too. Typically like January, February is when it really flowers. So we'll see how that does. Going down to my newest tree. This is my finger lime that I got this past summer at the West Palm Beach Mango Festival. After I planted it, it lost all its leaves and I was pretty sure it was going to die. but I brought it back with some good consistent watering, and now it's looking okay. Grew out a whole bunch of new branches since then. See, I don't know how long that's going to take to fruit. It's still kind of small. Going over here, this tree is a little struggling right now. This is my Rosigold Mango. I got this last spring, March 2025. Dropped its leaves, put out new leaves. I think it had some shock when I planted it. It's not really looking too healthy. We'll see what happens. Hopefully its root system's growing right now. I don't know. We'll see. And then behind that, this is a seedling papaya from a Mexican papaya that I bought from Sprouts about 1.5 years ago. I sprouted the seeds, planted a few of the seedlings, and check that out. Haven't picked any papayas yet. It looks like this one's going to be the first one, maybe in another, I don't know, month or so. Got a bunch more coming in. So that's pretty cool. Not really sure what to expect. I did grow papayas 5 years ago. Got a red lady from Home Depot that was really good. But then the tree died on me. So we'll see how these turn out. Got some pineapples. But then over to my next tree here. This is my Pickering Mango. I got this in February 2022. So I'm coming up on 4 years ago. I got about 20 delicious fruit last year. It's growing really cool. I love the shape of it. It's like a bush. Classic Pickering shape. Pickerings are kind of dwarfish. They grow in like a round bush like this. Has come out with some flowers. On just a few branches. More flowers there. So hoping this flowers nicely in the next month or two. You get a whole bunch of pickerings. Pickerings are really good. Tastes like pina colada, fruit punch. Really cool flavor. So that looks really good. Going over here, this is my Geffner Atemoya. I got this in September 2024, so a little over a year ago. Looking good. One of the main branches fell off over there a few months ago, but then it put out these 3 new branches, which are looking really good. Kind of like it better with the more branches. I'll trim off the ones that are going up towards the hedges. It did flower, but they all fell off. So I'm looking forward to maybe next year could get some fruit. Looking good. Going over here, this is my Mamey Sapote tree. Got this in February 2021. So again, I'm coming up on 5 years. And it's super, super slow grower. But right now, it is looking the healthiest I think it's ever been with these really nice leaves. It's never really held on to so many leaves all at once. And as you can see, check out these flowers. It has not held on to fruit yet. It's made some small pea-sized fruit and then dropped them. So maybe now, I've been saying this for the past few years, maybe now, but maybe now it'll hold on to some fruit and we'll get a Mamey Sapote. Still kind of narrow branches, but it is looking the best it's ever looked right now. So liking that. Going over here, this is my Sugar Belle Mandarin. I got this in February 2024, so almost 2 years ago. And it's looking pretty good right now. The Sugar Belle is supposed to be resistant to citrus greening disease. And even though it might be resistant to the disease, it is not resistant to the pests that are notorious for citrus. You could kind of see how kind of bad a lot of the leaves are. It gets leaf miner. It gets the actual insects that carry citrus greening, the Asian citrus psyllid that cause some damage. Let's see. But it did just put out some new growth. All these leaves are new. And it's looking okay. Still, it did make one small kind of maybe a couple inches diameter fruit, but stayed green and fell off last year. So I think it could hold fruit soon. So that's that. Going over to my next one of my favorite trees, obviously, my Silas wood sapodilla. I've made a lot of videos on this. I got this in June 2021, and it has given me so much fruit. This thing is a monster producer. You can see right now it's actually not that heavy, even though there are a bunch of fruit on it. But like earlier this year, it was just loaded. Tons of fruit. Got more. It always has flowers. It did just put out a whole bunch of new branches. It got really tall in the past like couple months, but a lot of fruit all over it. Some of these will be ready to pick soon. Such good fruit. They're so sweet, delicious. I love them. Really, really recommend the Silas wood sapodilla tree. It stays small. You can see how small it is. Gives a ton of fruit. Highly recommend it. Going over here, this is my Kari Starfruit tree, or carambola. I got this in January 2024, so almost 2 years ago. And man, this thing is just as much of a beast of a producer as the Silas wood. Check this out. It's a pretty small tree. Again, I got it 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, newly grafted. It's maybe now, this branch is kind of 4 feet tall, pretty small, but check this out. This branch back here is being weighed down. Let's see. How many fruit are on this branch? One, oh, lost one. That's not gonna ripen. Throw that away. Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this branch. Got a whole bunch more right there. Got a whole bunch more over there. I don't know, what is there, 20 fruit on this little tree right now? Look at those. It's just loaded. And a couple more over there. This thing is crazy. And again, more flowers. Just keeps producing. So, awesome little tree. It's just a shame that starfruit aren't really that good. Because, man, I'm gonna get a lot of them. So that's cool. Next to that, here's my Soursop. Got this in May 2022. So almost 4 years ago. It's growing really nice. The tarp around it is because of the iguanas that kind of defoliated the entire tree. But ever since the tarp has been around it, it's been holding on to the leaves. It's been making flowers for a couple years now. It has not held on to any fruit. A lot of these are turning brown now because it doesn't really do well in the cold. But it continues to flower. Got a flower bud there. Got flowers kind of all over hidden, although not really now in the winter as many as there were in the summer. But I'm really hoping to have some fruit. There are some soursop trees across the street that are loaded with fruit. So I know they could grow here. But maybe next summer. Really looking forward to soursop. They're so good. But the tree's looking really, really nice. Nice and bushy. Next to that giant tree there is a golden nugget jackfruit. I got this in December 2020. So it is over 5 years ago now. It's growing huge. I've trimmed it back a few times and it has not made any fruit yet. It did flower last summer. I think they were all male flowers, but there are flowers coming out again. Where are they? Got flowers there. Another flower there. So I am hopeful that it flowers heavy this winter and makes some fruit for next summer. Because I think it is ready to hold on to fruit, this monster of a tree. So hopeful for that. We'll see how it tastes. Big, big tree there. And then next to that is my coconut palm tree. Planted this back in December 2019, 6 years ago. That is what a 6-year-old pineapple, coconut, looks like. I planted it from an actual coconut, sprouted coconut. So I don't know when I'm going to actually get coconuts from this, because it is kind of slow growing, but it's getting big right now. That's where I used to have bananas. I tore them all out because frogs were living in them, keeping us up all night. So I'm going to plant something else there. I'll show you what I have in my pots that I'm planning on planting there. Let's go around to the side. So let's see. All right, so here on the side of my house, I got some things in some pots. This pineapple here is actually one of those new, what is it, pina colada pineapples that they were having at Walmart. Spent $6 on the pineapple, but I saved the top because it was really good. So I want to see what happens with that. These are all soursop seeds. I bought a soursop over the summer, just a fruit, and then I sprouted the seeds. See if those grow into trees. This mango here is they sprouted orange sherbet seed. Orange sherbet has some really good genes. Its sibling is the lemon zest. Its mother is the lemon meringue. Orange sherbet itself is delicious. So I sprouted the seed, give it 10 years and see what the fruit tastes like. I might plant that over back where the bananas were. Here's my Jaboticaba. I got this back in November 2020, so over 5 years ago. It's been in a few different places in my yard. I have some videos showing of its history, but right now it's actually looking as healthy as I think it's ever been, with some nice dark green leaves on it. It has not fruited, not flowered. They take a long time to flower and then produce fruit. Supposedly, as it sheds its bark, that means it's a good sign that it's healthy, which it's doing right now, so that's good. Seems to like this spot up against my house, so we'll see. Got my pineapples over here. I did just pick a pineapple last week. Got a bunch in the summer. Summer's pineapple season. And then one more tree. My Oliver Loquat. This tree is looking awesome. It has gotten so big. I got this back in May 2022. And it has gotten so big. And right now it is flowering big time for its spring harvest. It makes fruit in around March or so. All these flowers are going to turn into fruit. Didn't really, ooh, there's an iguana in this tree. Check that out. What's it doing in there? Eating my stuff? But yeah, look at the shape of this tree. I love it. Planted it in the front of my house because of how beautiful it is. Awesome tree. Last year it did make a bunch of fruit. A lot of them got eaten by worms. I'm going to try to do my best to protect them from the worms. Maybe spray some horticultural soap. So we'll see. But lots of flowers up there. And that's my yard. Got some more pineapples down here. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stick with it. We'll see how these all come up in the summer. All right, bye.